Hello friends. Hello, I am Ozan Kirkbey. Welcome to my astrology channel. Friends, we are starting the agenda by saying Mayday, Mayday. Friends, as you know, there are very beautiful movements in the sky. The new moon in Taurus is approaching. Exactly, the new moon in Taurus is approaching. This week, with the sun also moving into Taurus, along with the new moon. Now the conjunction of the sun and the moon, the new moon. As you know, Taurus represents our tangible arrangements and values. And next week, these will start to fall into place smoothly. We will attain the ability to see Pluto's transit in Capricorn, as clear as glass. We will be honored with this. Next week, with the planet Venus also moving into Aries, we will become more assertive, more energetic, as Mars takes its place in Leo. Next week, where are things heading? Oops. On Monday, with Taurus Luna, then the moon moves into Aries. Sorry, the moon moves into Gemini. Then it moves into Cancer. At the end of the week, Leo. Mars-Leo conjunction. Moon-Mars conjunction. At the end of next week on Sunday, there will be a very ambitious flow. It will be quite an ambitious flow. In the middle of the week, the moon will conjunct with Jupiter, and then it will conjunct with Uranus. When it conjuncts with Uranus, especially in matters related to sudden developments, there will be unexpected events. Surprise developments. There will be surprise, crisis-like breaking points and developments. In the middle of the week, the moon will conjunct with Jupiter. And here, it will offer us different possibilities all of a sudden. And it will also provide a communication channel, because it's in the sign of Gemini. Everything comes through communication there. Finally, at the end of the week, the Moon-Mars conjunction is in Leo. What was Leo? Fixed, fire, fire-free. It means, in a way, fire-free in a way. Fire-free, we'll say, as you start to settle into fire-free with Pluto. In the Kobach transit, you see everything as clear as day. So, kisses everyone's hands. Exactly, this transit kisses everyone's hands next week. And I hope it turns out very well and is utilized beautifully. The presence of Venus and Mercury in the self area of the Koch sign and our dimensional transition is already very beautiful. Pregnant with results, if we can bring out these results. We should say how fortunate are those who can bring out these results. For this, of course, movement and action are needed. Mayday, Mayday. Movement and action are needed. The fire element is now coming to an end. Earth and comfort. The material element, Venus. Now think like this. The sun is moving into Taurus. Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. Earth, comfort, luxury. Exactly. Pleasure, a strong desire to eat a lot. This will come to the forefront. Additionally, Venus in its ruling position is entering Aries. We will want to do this in a fierce manner, even becoming open to competition. But we must not forget Saturn. In Pisces, we must not forget it at all. And let me tell you how Jupiter works. Wherever you focus, Jupiter expands that area. It didn't bring me a possibility. Do you mean to say you focused on impossibility? Did you not move at all? No possibility came. So, the only reason no possibility came is because you didn't take any action, neither in mind nor in body. There is no idea here. There is no movement here. Jupiter completely, fills the space. It finds there. Time has expanded so much that I'm so bored. I don't normally do anything. Right now, I don't feel like doing anything, and I'm enjoying this nothingness. Thanks are there because I've read too. Let's see. Next week, friends with sun sign and ascendant sign in Aries. What awaits you in the coming week? Now, at the beginning of the week, a beautiful new moon will occur in the values section in your second house. Here, things need to be organized, and the beginning should be made visibly and tangibly for Aries signs next week. Because Pluto is in your 11th house, in external resources, in what you receive from outside. Therefore, it says to focus thoroughly on your values within your comfort zone and move forward. Towards the middle of the week, with Venus completing its process, MG, and moving into your first house, during the Moon-Jupiter conjunction in the middle of the week, wherever you focus your mind, you need to focus on the third house, which includes social media, mind, close environment, siblings, and share with your close circle to thoroughly settle everything in your mind, because it will settle in front of you in a few days. If you haven't settled, there's nothing you can do. If it doesn't come, what will you do with the Moon-Mars conjunction? What will you do during the Moon-Mars conjunction? How will you be sure whether it has settled or not? At the end of the week, the Moon will transition into its own sign, Cancer, into your fourth house. There, a little click sound. You might panic there. Oh no, it hasn't settled completely. You didn't settle it. Settle it. There's nothing you can do there. The Moon is transitioning into your fifth house. After that, it has to exit from you. There's nothing you can do. You're Aries. There's nothing you can do there. What good would it do to tear yourself apart there? What if you don't tear yourself apart? Well, this is all I have. As much as it is. It could have been nothing at all. You might not have woken up at all. You might not have noticed at all. What do they say? Better late than never. Mayday, mayday. Better late than never. Now let's move on. Let's move on to friends with Taurus sun sign and ascendant. What is your situation? What is not for Taurus signs? Excitement is at its peak. Excitement is at its peak planetarily. The reason? Because you have a new moon in your first house. You have a new moon in your house of discovery. You have a new moon in your living space. Well, there's a sunrise, like the sunshine, along with the new moon. Well, Venus enters the completion phase starting from the middle of the week. In astrology, sometimes insights emerge unexpectedly, especially during significant cosmic alignments like the Pluto-Mars opposition in Mars's fourth house. This event can lead to intense experiences, particularly affecting home and family. It suggests a time for reflection and confronting underlying issues. While it may seem like nothing can be done, understanding this influence offers valuable guidance. The Pluto-Mars opposition is a powerful event, indicating transformation and growth, even from unexpected sources. Is it a joke? Exactly, there's a Pluto-Mars opposition. Then, before the end of the week, the moon settles into Cancer, and you cry. Whine, 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 when the moon is in Cancer. Whine, 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 to your close circle. Whine, 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 whine. They won't buy it. They won't buy it. They won't buy it. They won't buy it. You'll do that, my boy. It's not working. It's not working. Exactly. Otherwise, you need to pay attention to surprise developments at the beginning of the week, during the new moon in conjunction with Uranus. Material, crises and surprise developments. There you need to surpass the level of understanding certain things, dear sir. Otherwise, there's a very nice saying in Turkish. I studied until I died. So, if you can't avoid it, try to enjoy it. There, I mean. Fear the judgment of your conscience. Fear God. Exactly. Fear God. There is Jupiter. Jupiter is in the second house. So, fear with a strong conscience. If you can't find your conscience, know that you've lost it. Exactly. Know that you've lost it. It's no longer there. I mean, covering it up, covering it up, covering it up, covering it up. The conscience is gone. Regarding yourself. Exactly. Let's move on. Come take it. Come take it. Come take it. Count it. 2. Good locks to the sign. Exactly. The states where aesthetics have become the body. people with working minds. Clink, 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 clink. Where is the new moon? The new moon? In the 12th house. A solid awakening. A solid awakening. This solid awakening, with the sun also moving there in the middle of the week, will experience the nirvana of the sunshine. Gemini will experience the nirvana of the sunshine. With Venus moving into the 11th house, this event, like in Races with a Gun. Are you ready, Gemini? We are ready. He said, I'm pulling. Pull, man. What happened? You will gather those coming from outside. 11th house. They will establish a coach because they have an army open to competition. Because it's Aries, competition is open. Mars has moved into your 11th house. You will gather for your close environment in the 3rd house and enhance it, elevating your quality of life to a higher level with short trips. Whether you want it or not, because Pluto is opposite Mars. Whether you want it or not, you will do it. Willingly, dear Gemini. And I guess you will do it with pleasure. The exalted name of the shadows. There's no problem, because you'll do it with pleasure. Exactly. There's no problem because you'll do it with pleasure. The new moon next week will be quite beneficial for you. As long as you don't take it to a psychotic level, there's no problem. When the moon moves to its latest sign, I'm sure your values will be in your 2nd house. You will understand how to do this exceedingly well. And it penetrates me so deeply that the situation is not as you know it. Exactly. The situation is not as you know it. I'm bringing the excitement with the organization. I've set up in my close circle. Pray, Farid is in the 9th house. He's supporting that organization. He might not have been there. So, you're one of the lucky signs, dear Gemini. In the name of the power of shadows, you need to push this forward now. Now let's move on. Let's move on to the Cancer signs. To the Cancer signs, dear Cancers. Shh, be smart, dear Cancers. In the new months, in the 11th house, dear Cancers, Venus is in that 10th house. Now the sun is moving into the 11th house. Again, the moon. There. External resources. Comfortably go out. There now. Give as much as you can gather from wherever. Give, 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 give. What will you do? I will add to your career. What's happening in your career? Venus has moved into Aries with your career. You will bring it by gathering and managing the comfort zone. And plenty of financial resources, especially the external resources in the 8th house, because the exploration phase has ended. Done. Well done. How do we know? Mars has moved out of the 1st house. That's how I know. It has transitioned into the 2nd house. What does it mean? If it has transitioned into the 2nd house, it means your exploration is over. It's time to start building your new value areas properly and abundantly. Dear Cancer, we are entering your 10th house with Venus in the middle of the week in the form of competition. Now it's up to you to decide which side to throw what at. We can't interfere with that. We are sisters-in-law. Isn't Jupiter already protecting you in the 12th house, my friend? It is protecting, there in the form of a protective shield. So, what is left for you to do? To act. Such virtue. To act with the support of Pluto as well. Look, Mars is in the 2nd house. In its own house of values. Directly opposite you, Pluto's in the 8th house. You will also receive from others resources. At the same time, open enemies and emotional deep transformation. Because it's Pluto's own house, my son. It's not a pipe dream, exactly. Pluto's own house. Yes, you will go through there with force. The energy source in the 11th house of the sun comes from there. Look at external resources in the 11th house. The gain you will receive from the resources of others who will govern you. The sun will also loudly support you from external resources in the 11th house on the other side. Please, Marx's number 2 house. the house of values, the point of values. If he doesn't start building, shame on him. I say Venus, dear Cancer, because Venus will be in the 10th house by the power of shadows. What does he need to do? He needs to push forward. What will he do? Oh my, of course. He needs to push forward. In fact, hit, break, smash, hit, break, smash, hit, break, smash. Exactly. Let's move on now. Let's move on to the esteemed Leo signs. Esteemed Leos. Esteemed Leos. Not the 12th house, the 11th house. No, man. The 10th. In the 10th house, there's a new moon in the 10th career house. I said, don't draw, you'll cut it. 10. There's a new moon in the 10th house, in the career house. How's your career going? Because the reason I'm asking is that in the middle of the week, Venus ends its journey in Pisces and moves back to Aries. When I say moves back, it starts its transit in Aries. What does this mean for Leos? Now, what does the 9th F mean? Its ruler is Jupiter, Sagittarius sign. Philosophy. It's the perfect time to change your life philosophy, sir. Because these are in a position to do it. Yes, it's the perfect time to change Jefferson's lifestyle. Why does he have to do this? Because Venus in Aries will send you connections and possibilities accordingly. So, insist as much as you want on the other, that is, Pluto, Aquarius, the lifestyle before Transylvania. Insist as much as you want. No, I will live this way, and gladly, Preton, Aquarius, and with Venus's transit in Aries, will gladly take you there. Bind yourself with chains as much as you want. The result won't change. Put steel walls between you and Preton. It will bring you through those walls. What's happening? I'm dying now. I'm trying to stay in one piece. Reason? I'm trying to do what I believe is right, but I have nothing in my hands. Of course not. Reason? Whether Pluto is in the 7th house or the 1st house, it doesn't matter. What's the subject of the 1st house? Living space. Perspective out on living space. What does the proton in the 1st house do? It breaks down the living space to ashes and creates anew from those ashes. So, nothing you believe to be true will remain true. And it will do this with your 7th house, with the person opposite you, or with work. The 7th house. Serious work, serious relationships. Reason? What does a person do when they take something seriously? They put it right in front of them and concentrate on it, right? That's the 7th house. That's why it's in a serious sense. Saturn is in the 8th house, still busy disciplining others' resources or emotional transformation. Attention. The Sun is transitioning into the career house next week. Venus in your 9th house is filling you with a completely different lifestyle. Busy preparing. We could say it's somewhat like Pluto's aid. Exactly, we could say it's Pluto's aid. It's already doing everything on its behalf. It will start transforming you thoroughly. Surprises, crises, and beginnings in your career. So, if there's a crisis, it's to start something. And you'll address these matters in the middle of the week, with the Moon-Jupiter conjunction in your 11th house. It will completely expand the situation there. Ignore it as much as you want. I'm saying this for all fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. I'm saying it for all of them. Ignore it as much as you want. You are obliged to return there. It will turn you back. There's nothing you can do. It will turn you back. You will even say, I don't want that place. I want this place. So, trying to do something here, what you do will remain in your hands. What you do will remain in your hands. But I don't want these. What you do is in my hands. What I do is in my hands. What I have done is in my hands. Do I have a usurper? Is there something wrong with me? Yes, it's in your perspective. If it says there, then it's there. If Punten says there, then it's there. There's nothing you can do. Finally, and he has taken Mars into his first house. Could this be such a big advantage for a person? If you do what he says and act fairly in the resources of others, because Saturn is there, and if you continue to develop from there, if you say your own resources, Saturn will immediately cut the bill. You will be disciplined through the resources of others. Initially, the less, the better. It will then build up gradually. Mars is in the first house. It's speeding things up there, just so you know. It's speeding things up there. Otherwise, damn. It's time to start doing things as they should be, Mr. Leo. Because among the 12 signs, it's only in your first house. That's why I'm saying, now, let's move on. Let's move on. Virgo signs. Virgo signs. Yes, for Virgo signs, the new moon is a process that leads you to higher education, a tangible change in lifestyle, and even globalization. You eagerly organize things, dear Virgos. Next week is the new moon for this 12. The only thing not at 11:30 is your half past. What? In the next 2 months, you will shake off everything and everyone you have emotionally and psychologically bonded with and sacrificed a lot for. You have to, because they won't be useful. I mean, they won't be useful. They won't give anything from their souls. How do I know? Mars is in the 12th house in the sign of Pisces, the psychic realm. As you continue your struggle, they will gradually start to fall apart tick by tick. Based on what? Based on Pluto in the 6th house. Who is the ruler of the 6th house? You. Dear Virgo, it's you. In your chart, it's Aquarius. You are the ruler in the node, and since we are talking about your ascension, the matter originates from you. When Venus enters the 8th house in the middle of the week, and you start managing others' resources, it's 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles. From managing it to managing it, 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 from managing it to managing it. What kind of field do you enter? I don't know what kind of field will come out of the egg, but a solid upper level or field will emerge from a solid upper level. How do I know? Because Mars is in the 12th house. What's the characteristic of Mars, man? What's the characteristic of Mars in the 12th house? It appears as a dark spot. Is it because of the first house? The second house is on the right, the 12th house is on the left. To progress, you start building the topic you focused on in the 7th house, in the 2nd house. Automatically, the 12th house is left behind. Dark spot. When does it come to the forefront? When does it come to the forefront? Have you reached the 11th house? From there, it's all about Neptune. The collective, meaning the 10th house. Have you reached the Cariel house? Have these become specialized now? Are you shouting to the world, saying I'm an expert in this matter? Exactly. I am shouting. And have You started trading with experts like you, the 11th houses. Have you taken what you needed from them? You have. Now it's time to share this with the collective so that you can create your own living space with this. That's why for this reason, individuality and collectivity are very important. Because without collectivity, there is no individuality, and without individuality, there is no collectivity. That's why in astrology, there are fixed, mutable, and cardinal signs. The fixed carries this up to the cardinal. The cardinal, along with the fixed, embraces them all at once. Embraces them all at once. 1, 2, 3. Embraces them all together, and we do too. That's why collectivity is very important. Mr. Pasha, you are one of those who know this best. Because you represent collectivity and the people beautifully in organizations. In organizations, you even take on leadership and management roles. Next week is the time to level up regarding this. The change in your perspective and everything will occur during a period when your consciousness also begins to change. We are entering a period, and in this period, an inevitable struggle at a higher level. An inevitable struggle, and you have to push through this struggle. And there, hold on to the most special aspects of your life. There is no place for anyone who says, me, always me, only me. No place for anyone. Tick, 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 tick. Pluto. Look, Saturn is in the 7th house. He cuts and throws. It cuts and throws away. It's over. Period. Next week, it's time to really settle into this. Dear Virgos, under the shadows rose, because Mars will sort them out in the next 2 months, whether you want it or not. How do I know? Because Mars in the 12th house actually compresses energy under normal standards. Because it's the 12th house, because it remains in the dark. But if you look at it from the other side, the event becomes entirely dimensional and eliminates everyone trying to settle everything in your life with logic, because the subject is entirely psychic. Who is the ruler of the 12th house? Pisces. Who is currently in Pisces? Saturn. Let them not do it if they don't want to. If they don't want to, they don't have to. It's up to them. You don't need to do anything anyway. Walk straight on your path. Those who want to come with you will join. That's it. Period. Octopus. Exactly. Friends, I thank everyone very much. See you soon. I am Ozan Kutbey. For now, Ali Vedancha. Thank you.